following is a production of the Department of Broadcasting and Journalism at Western Illinois University.
State Representative Noreen Hammond makes a visit to McDonough County Courthouse. Find out why ahead.
And after their season ended, Bushnell West Perry coach David Rodas recaps the postseason, what he has to say about his leaving seniors ahead.
Plus, is the cold here to stay? Your Storm Team 3 forecast ahead.
Live from Salee Hall in high definition. News 3 starts now.
But first, we start with a story that can affect your home. With colder temperatures starting to kick in, heating your home will be a necessity. Good afternoon and welcome to Live at 4. I'm Terrence Black.
And I'm Nick Garrick. The use of your heating units can potentially lead to fire and other hazardous situations. News 3's Devin Brooks explains the precaution fire officials want you to take as the temperatures go down.
As temperatures drop, furnaces and other heating sources will be heating up. So around the time clocks are set to fall back, now is also the time to check the areas of your home that could start a fire.
With the temperatures getting colder and people turning on their furnaces, they also might be using space heaters, so there's several safety concerns we have to consider. You
should test your smoke alarms this time of year and install a fresh pair of batteries in each one.
We recommend that everybody changes their batteries in the smoke detector. It's very important that they get changed twice a year, and once in the spring and once in the fall here.
The furnace in your home may keep you warm during the cold months, but if it malfunctions or if your vents are blocked, trapped carbon monoxide can be harmful.
The fire department says they receive more than 50 calls a year and 5 times a week related to the carbon monoxide detector going off.
It may not just be something wrong with the machine, it might actually be something wrong with your furnace or your water heater, even your clothes dryer.
And fire crews will come to your home with special devices that will check for signs of carbon monoxide poisoning. Space heaters also pose great risks that firefighters want you to be aware of.
We recommend not using an extension cord to plug the space heater in because the extension cord will not provide enough power and will possibly melt and eventually burn. Some people might use their stove to heat their house, turn on the burners. We don't recommend that because that does put off a lot of carbon monoxide.
The department will supply and install smoke alarms for residents. And all year long, fire officials stress the importance of kids knowing their address in case of an emergency and having a space to meet outside of the house if the unexpected happens. Reporting for News 3, I'm Devin Brooks.
If your smoke alarms need to be replaced or checked, call the Macomb Fire Department. They will provide and install the smoke alarms at your request.
Campaigns for next year's elections are underway. State Representative Noreen Hammond announced her kickoff for her re-election efforts this week.
I am here this morning to announce that I am running for re-election for the Illinois House in the 93rd District.
Hammond represents the 93rd District in Illinois House of Representatives. Hammond says her priorities are built on concerns and issues that relate to residents of central and downstate Illinois. Although they have had difficult times in Springfield, Hammond believes that they are headed in the right direction.
It has been some trying times in Springfield. That's no mystery there, certainly. But we have begun to turn ourselves in the right direction, I believe. And it has not been without a lot of hard work from members on both sides of the aisle and in both chambers.
2016 Democratic candidate for District 93, John Curtis, will run against Hammond for the second straight year. Joshua Griffith from Abingdon, Illinois, also announced his candidacy for the same position. Griffith will run as a Republican against Hammond.
In more local news, there are a few restaurants that have been added to Macomb. The Study, a modern-style cafe and lounge, had its grand opening Wednesday morning. Coffees, teas, snacks, and sweet treats are just some of what's available. They also have Wi-Fi, music, and what owners hope is a lively atmosphere for their guests to enjoy.
Me and my roommate actually heard about it before from a girl who's very involved on campus, and she told us to come in. We saw her on her Instagram and stuff, and we saw it was open today, so we decided to come in for class.
The Study is open 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. until 9 p.m. and Sunday 10 a.m. to 7 p.m.
A West Side Chicago style food stand is now open in Macomb. The Jerk Shop Go brings the Jamaican flavor to the community. NEWS3 WIU sisters are the owner of the shop. Some menu items include jerk tacos, nachos, and fries. The store is located on 602 Lafayette Street, right across from Pierce Liquors. The manager says that she feels the restaurant is affordable for college students.
In August, we decided to bring the cuisine out here to give Macomb a new taste and give the college students something affordable that they can munch on.
Jerk Shop Go is always looking for employees. If you are interested, visit the store and ask for Khadijah Berkeley.
Soups, salads, and sandwiches. That and more is coming to the east side of Macomb. Construction started Monday on the new McAllister's Deli. The deli will be open in front of the Hampton Inn. Something special about the location is that it will have a drive-thru, which most McAllisters do not. Their sweet tea, savory sandwiches, and creamy soups are just many of the things that locals can look forward to enjoying. The city says it will be open sometime in February of 2018.
And the WIU Dance Marathon is hosting its annual pancake dinner. The event is happening now until 8:30 p.m. The dinner includes all-you-can-eat pancakes, sausage, juices, and coffee. The event is being held at the American Legion in Macomb. Tickets are $7 at the door. All funds raised at the event will go towards the Children's Miracle Network hospitals. The organization is setting their goal to raise $150,000 at next year's Dance Marathon event in February.
Construction is scheduled for the Linkwash-Grody residence halls this Monday. The plan is to remove and rebuild the retaining wall outside of those halls. The sidewalks leading west towards campus will be closed from 7 a.m. until 3 p.m. Students are advised to use other routes during the workday. The project is scheduled to be completed the week of November 27th to December 1st.
The final phases of the Macomb Amtrak station project is now complete. The Macomb station is a pilot project that Amtrak is doing to make their stations more ADA capable. They added smoother transitions, handicap spaces, and raised transitions to the parking lot to renovate the station. If this is a success, Amtrak will renovate more stations to be similar to Macomb's.
Coming up on News 3, live at 4.
We'll have more information on the New York terrorist attack that took place on Halloween.
And a local farm is growing more than just crops. This story and more after the break.
I think just working with everybody in the newsroom, everybody has such a great camaraderie. All the opportunities that I've been given here have just been amazing to expand on that resume. I try not to beat myself up for the mistakes I make because there's so many opportunities. Just giving that experience, and this is how I got to do things in the real world, is really what the broadcasting and journalism department has done for me. When you have a really good show and that everybody nailed it, I mean, that's one of the best feelings in the world.
Oh, emojis! I thought the conversation just got dumber.
Ugh, internet trolls, just ignore them.
I like you just the way you are.
I believe in you! She's a hugger. Give her a squeeze.
Help up the hand!
Ah, there you go.
Thanks, mate.
You're killing it, Jane!
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat?
1 in 5 children struggles with hunger in America. Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
I want to be able to stand in front of a camera and tell people the story of what the weather's going to be like that day, or be able to tell people, hey, there's something coming your way, you need to take cover, you need to watch out. And being able to stand in front of a camera and tell not only people who are directly involved, but their family members as well, like, this is what's going on. It's been very important to me because, you know, being in those situations where you are relying on the news to tell you what's going on, and I like to be a part of that and helping people with that.
Live from Salee Hall in high definition. Live at 4 continues.
8 people are dead and about a dozen injured in a terror attack after a man swerved onto a busy sidewalk Tuesday afternoon. The NYPD says a man went on a deadly drive after renting a truck from a New Jersey Home Depot. Omar Jimenez has the story.
Just about 24 hours after Sapov's attack, we now have him charged with federal crimes of terrorism.
The man accused of using a truck to run down and kill 8 people in New York City has been charged with terrorism and providing material support to ISIS. According to the district attorney, law enforcement found thousands of ISIS images on the suspect's phone and at least 90 ISIS propaganda videos.
Sapov allegedly admitted that he was inspired to commit the attack by the ISIS videos he watched and had been planning this attack for 2 months.
Back on October 22nd, the suspect rented a truck and practiced driving the path he would ultimately take during his deadly attack on Halloween, a night he said he chose because he knew the streets would be filled with people. Police say he used a rented truck to plow into people on a bike path Tuesday afternoon. He crashed into a school bus before being shot in the stomach by an NYPD officer and taken into custody. A Humble officer, Ryan Nash, who shot and stopped the suspect, made a brief statement Wednesday.
Although I feel that we were just doing our job, like thousands of officers do every day, I understand the importance of yesterday's events and the role we played.
5 of the people killed were from Argentina, celebrating their 30th high school reunion. Another victim was from Belgium. The other 2 were American. In New York, I'm Omar Jimenez.
News 3 will keep you up to date on this story as the investigation continues.
The FBI and Warren County Sheriff's Office are continuing to investigate an armed robbery at Roseville Bank. The robbery happened on Monday. Investigators are looking for a white male, about 40 years old, with sandy-colored hair and possibly a mustache. He was last seen on foot moving west from the bank. If you have information, you're encouraged to contact the Warren County Sheriff's Office or Crime Stoppers.
And more news out of Warren County, the Western Illinois University's Agriculture Department is using a local farm to teach and experiment with organic hybrids. The WIU Allison Farm, located southwest of Roseville, is home to many different crops and has been completely organic since 2009. Students have the opportunity to see firsthand how different genetics cover crops and how non-invasive insects affect each other. The farm was bought in the 80s and has been part of the Department of Agriculture ever since.
The Western Illinois University Kappa Pi Art Society joined in on the Halloween festivities this week. Pumpkin Glow was on Halloween in front of Garwood Hall. There were numerous pumpkins carved by members of the Art Society. Some were WIU themed, while others were very creative. Every Halloween, the Art Society puts on the pumpkin display for the public.
In other Halloween-themed events, the Multicultural Center hosted a pumpkin painting event in the Union. The event was on Halloween, and it was free to the public, and supplies were provided to the participants. People that joined were able to show off their artistic skills and paint their pumpkin however they wanted. The Multicultural Center will host yet another event to celebrate Day of the Dead from 6 to 8 p.m.
Now, will it continue to be cold or will it heat up? Miley Naslin will have your weekend forecast after the break. I was born in St. Charles, Missouri, and grew up with my mom and dad and my younger sister. Funniest or most terrifying? I used to get in trouble for laughing on air, and one day we had someone kind of come in and straighten me out a little bit, if that makes sense, and everybody got a pretty good kick out of that one. My favorite thing about News 3 is probably how close we can get in a learning environment to the real world, not only from great things like this studio to the production room and even our writing lab. It's almost like what the professionals use.
See on page 4 that the projections need to be tornado next Thursday?
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day. I have no time for this. So.
I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
Create your success at Western Illinois University. Automatic scholarships and affordable education and more are all yours at Western Illinois University. Apply today at wiu.edu.
Welcome back, Macomb. We had a dreary start to our day out there with temperatures almost equaling that of dew points, which made it for that fog to be able to stick around for a while. And this morning the winds were a lot lower than the 12 miles per hour than we have right now, so that fog stuck around for a while. Our humidity has actually jumped up today. We are at 98%, and the dew point again is very close to our current temperature at 50 degrees and a current temperature of 51. Looking now at our almanac, we're now sitting at a little bit more average temperatures than what we've been seeing, closer to what we're used to seeing around this time, with 54 for our high today and 36 for our low. So our average is about 58 and 38 for around this time. Looking now at our Midwest weather tracker, as you can see, we have plenty of clouds moving into our area, making it very, very cloudy and very dreary looking out there. So a little spooky in the mornings when it's dark still. And our water vapor, as you see, there's plenty of moisture just following this jet stream going right over us. Yes, right in here is the jet stream that is going over us right now. That's what that moisture is following. Looking now at our regional temperatures, here in Macomb, we are sitting at about 52 degrees. In Beardstown, they're sitting at a little bit of a warmer temperature at 63, and 55 over in Quincy. Tonight, we're going to look at temperatures in the upper 30s, lower 40s, with 36 here in Macomb, 38 over in Quincy, and 36 in Keokuk. Tomorrow, we're going to get a little bit colder than what we were today, with 49 degrees here in Macomb, 54 in Quincy, and 50 in Burlington. And then looking at tomorrow night, we're going to have our temperatures get down into the mid to upper 40s with 43 degrees here in Macomb, 48 over in Springfield, and 44 over in Peoria. Tonight, again, we are looking at temperatures getting down to about 36 degrees with winds out of the north at 11 miles per hour. That wind out of the north is going to make it a little bit colder during the night, so you're really going to want to have that jacket out there. Then tomorrow, we're going to have partly sunny skies, finally bringing that sunshine back into the forecast with a high of 49 degrees with winds out of the northeast at 10 miles per hour. And then for your 5-day forecast, again tomorrow, we're going to have some partly sunny skies with a high of 49 degrees, showers possible Saturday morning with a high of 64, and then a nice and toasty for this time of year, 69 degrees on Sunday with a chance of thunderstorms. Then on Monday, that sun comes back into our forecast with a high of 44 degrees, and on Tuesday, we have a chance for some rain again with a high of 43.
Well, Molly, thanks for that great weather update. It's getting pretty chilly, but that 69 degrees on Sunday, it's kind of unbelievable for fall.
It is a little bit surprising, especially we're into the beginning of November now with those temperatures getting up to almost 70 degrees.
Mm-hmm. But we do there's rain too, so that's kind of
that's actually making it possible for some possibly severe thunderstorms on that day, so we're going to be keeping our eye on that.
Mm-hmm. Now, Molly, you say it's cold, but Zach, it's heating up in sports.
Nick, you're totally right. Lots of high school action on the volleyball court and a trip to John McKenzie Alumni Field coming your way after the Cyclones of West Prairie play in the Brimfield Sectional Championship volleyball game against Hartsburg-Emden. Plus, the Leatherneck men's soccer team took the pitch in a state rivalry matchup against Bradley. Would Drew Whalen and company be able to outlast the Braves? Find out next in sports.
Children in the U.S. struggle with hunger. Help end childhood hunger near you. Learn how at feedingamerica.org.
I learned broadcasting for 3 years in high school, so towards my senior year, I was pretty much invested in wanting to pursue a career. And I do enjoy it now, but I'm searching for a way to make sure that it's something that I want to pursue after college. That way, I'll be able to wake up every day and say, this is something I want to do, this is something that I love, this is something that I can teach, I can spread, I can affect people with.
I'll never forget the day our landlord called and said, read your lease. No pets allowed. My owner tells him my dog ate the lease, but that didn't work. And now I'm stuck in a shelter. But this pit bull is ready for a new crib. I'm loving, loyal, and play well with others. So don't be intimidated by all my muscles, because the biggest one I have is my heart. That's right, I said it.
The West Prairie Cyclones still alive in the sectional tournament after a comeback win on Monday night. Would they be able to recreate the magic in the finals matchup against a 32-7 Hartsburg-Emden squad? Well, they would need a big night from those two, Peyton Bowman and Cora Vanonic. Early on, Cora Vanonic doing the work, a bump from Carly Herman, and Cora Vanonic just pats it over, point West Prairie 1-0. But it would be Hartsburg-Emden who really controlled the first set. This time, it's a freshman by the name of Grace Beekman who goes cross-court. Still more Stags. This time, Anna Hayes overpowers Cora Vanonic, and West Prairie just couldn't get anything going in the first set, falling 25-22. Second set now, Erica Clark being smart, going cross-court on the push. West Prairie take an early lead, but they go down 4. This time having to play some defense, a block by Cora Vanonic, and she's going to come right back and set up Peyton Bowman, and she's just going to find the floor, and she just had a terrific night for West Prairie. Still more Cyclones. This time, it's Pema Zellman finding the floor. And she can't do it with the tip, but can she still do it with the block? Yes, she can. Peyton Bowman to the floor. West Prairie taking the second set, forcing a decisive third, and they would be blowing them out. Up 7 at the point, up 8 after a dump kill by Cora Vanonic. Still controlling the game, and gosh, Peyton Bowman just needs to really cut it out. She keeps denting floors all across Illinois. And would West Prairie take the sectional championship? Peyton Bowman, this time the finesse, the touch over. West Prairie take the sectional championship, and you see them right there elated with the trophy. Obvious excitement from the ladies. They beat Hartsburg-Emden 2-1 in sets. Peyton Bowman, 22 kills. West Prairie now just 1 game away from the state tournament. They head to the Varna Midland Super Sectional to match up with Durand. That game is set for Friday at 6 p.m. And after a storybook season, Bushnell West Prairie have been eliminated from postseason contention after a loss to Carlisle. David Rodis gives his thoughts on his team and his leaving seniors. After a first-round playoff loss, Coach David Rodis doesn't think the Sparklones have anything to hang their heads for.
We gave them a good fight. We just didn't play to our potential, I don't think. But it was a playoff game, and we got to be proud of that. We got to be proud of our 7-3 record.
Sadly for the seniors, that would be the last game that they would ever play for Bushnell West Prairie.
Those holes are always hard to fill every year. That's one thing about being a coach. You got to be creative sometimes and make things happen. If these kids get in the weight room and do the things we ask them to do, then we should be able to fill those spots.
But Coach David Rodis thinks the seniors could be playing some college ball.
Help them find a way. They're all great athletes that are willing to work. I just don't know if they know what they want to do right now. They're just trying to piece all the pieces together and find their way as they get through the year. If they need help, we'll help them do that.
Losing some very important seniors, Bushnell West Prairie will look to improve during the offseason. They'll be running behind quarterback Charlie Hensley next year, the junior going senior year. They've been fun to watch, and we'll be looking out for them at the beginning of next year. WIU men's soccer with 2 big games before they start the Summit League tournament. Game 1 of 2 being their Tuesday afternoon matchup with Bradley at John McKenzie Alumni Field. The Leathernecks with an early opportunity, Drew Whalen picking up the ball here, and he flicks it on, Armel Kouassi chasing, and his effort is just going to skirt by the post just wide of the net. Obvious frustration from the winger as he's unable to give the Leathernecks the lead. Austin Bell on a breakaway for Bradley going around Austin Novak, and what a save by Tim Trilk. I mean, good job getting down and protecting his net. And this sophomore goalkeeper, Tim Trilk, is the real deal, coming out sprawling save, keeping the Leathernecks in it in the first half. Late in the second half now, the Pacheco brothers trying something on an indirect free kick, and it is pushed away by Bradley. And it would almost end right here. Drew Whalen cutting away from his defenders over the net, just missing on the opportunity. And no, this is not a replay. This is Bradley's effort in overtime. 10 seconds left, just going over the bar. The Leathernecks and Bradley drawing in this one, a scoreless draw, but a lot can be taken from this game. The Leathernecks are 5-8-1 on the season, and the Braves move to 9-7-2. Game 2 of this week is against Denver for the regular season title of the Summit League this Saturday at noon at John McKenzie Alumni Field. Also, Saturday marks the 100th time that Western Illinois has played Illinois State on the gridiron. The rivalry lives on in an important Week 10 matchup for both programs.
When I think about a rivalry, I always look at like all the great players that have slipped on the jersey to play in this game. That's what makes this game so special. It's special to our former players, our current players, our fan base, and both schools. So it doesn't get any better than this.
Kickoff from Hancock Stadium in Normal is set for noon on Saturday. That's sports. Final word is next.
I think just working with everybody in the newsroom, everybody has such a great camaraderie. All the opportunities that I've been given here have just been amazing to expand on that resume. I try not to beat myself up on the mistakes I make because there's so many opportunities. Just giving that experience, and this is how I got to do things in the real world, is really what the broadcasting and journalism department has done for me. When you have a really good show and that everybody nailed it, I mean, that's one of the best feelings in the world.
Oh, emojis! I thought the conversation just got dumber.
Ugh, internet trolls, just ignore them.
I like you just the way you are.
I believe in you! She's a hugger. Give her a squeeze.
Help up the hand.
Ah, there you go.
Thanks, mate.
You're killing it, Jane!
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat?
1 in 5 children struggles with hunger in America. Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
I want to be able to stand in front of a camera and tell people the story of what the weather's going to be like that day, or be able to tell people, hey, there's something coming your way, you need to take cover, you need to watch out. And being able to stand in front of a camera and tell not only the people who are directly involved but their family members as well, like, this is what's going on. It's been very important to me because, you know, being in those situations where you are relying on the news to tell you what's going on, I like to be a part of that and helping people with that.
It's almost time to turn back time. But please remember to turn your clocks back Saturday night or Sunday morning as daylight saving time ends. Nick. The time to change occurs at 2 a.m. Sunday morning when you need to change your clocks back 1 hour. So Nick, with this demonstration, please show us how to turn back time.
Okay, well, I'm going to put it forward so I can have it at the right time. So this is the current time, and we're going to go back an hour.
And this is a great demonstration of how to change your analog clock and go back 1 hour. It's just that simple, guys.
Just that simple.
All right, Molly, what do you have for us for this final effort?
Well, it's time to see some very interesting weather coming up. We've got some sunshine coming back to us on Friday after our cloudy skies today. Then a possibility for rain Saturday morning, but clearing up in the afternoon with a high of 64. Then warmer temperatures on Sunday with a high of 69 and a chance for some severe weather. Monday, we're bringing that sunshine back with a high of 44. And Tuesday, that rain is coming back into our forecast with a high of just 43 degrees.
All right, thanks for that update, Molly. That's all from us today.
But we're online all the time.
You can stay up to date with us, news3wiu.com. You can also like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Just search our handle at News3WIU. You can also search us on YouTube and subscribe.
Thank you for joining us this evening.
And from all of us here at News 3, have a good night, Macomb.
6 o'clock today.